Hello and welcome to Just Rap EP song number 5, Hard Times. This song was inspired from some of the beings around who I considered would be my friends, even though they live in what's considered to be the lowest class of society. And likewise to those in the highest class of society, because I see beyond the levels, like the contradictory systems we live in. I believe we have equality, though there are levels and waves to things in the way that we stand. In this regard, I've personally been through hard times and homeless with someone I cared for multiple times, between 5 and 10, variously on and off, 3-ish altogether or so, usually in Canadian winter. So I am aware of how hard life can be. Seriously, you need positivity in certain moments. So, jumping into it. This video was recorded in the local park with tents posted in and around variously because people have nowhere to go or just don't know what to do. And something I've learned throughout many places that I've lived in, pretty much every place says there's nothing to do, hypothetically, and there's always just about as much to do in every place. That's the thing. Creativity and the way that we work with the natural ways of things are how we make creative avenues and adventures throughout the expansion and advancement. Starting here. So I chose this beat, this instrumental, and when I originally found it, it had this clip of Rocky talking to his son as the intro for the instrumental when I first came upon it from Nax, great artist. And I found it fitting because sometimes you just need a bit of a experienced voice to know the truth of some of the deeper areas and battles of real life and hypothetics and logically how things work. Also the reference of sign of my language. This is the inconternal symbol that I've collectively and eclectically combined and fused together in a fusion of what I define to be a good elaboration of the light body, the light spirit body, or whatever you find useful, and it looks pretty cool. So, got it all in stop. Kind of just gives that implication of like looking to be expected to be looked as overzealous and then saying, rethink that and continue with a better thought. A little more peace, Hotep, fulfillment. I will explain more there, though the hills have eyes expression as we all watch out for each other, and technically we all have guides and guardians in the way that we move throughout the cosmos. I've grown up without as much as I needed sometimes, gone through full month living with my parents and my mom, and didn't have enough money to eat for that month, though I stuck with her through and we got through together. I remember one week where I had probably a granola bar and I would help with selling marijuana to have enough to feel like I was eating. So I know how hard it can be. I might censor a bit, though I am blunt. Parental advisory. I'm caring. No hidden agenda or anything of the sort. Got real shoes and grounding. Fluoride is known to be a chemical that may be poisonous or imperative to your third eye or something of the sorts, and may not be helpful as we all expect. Though there are benefits in the dental industry for your teeth. I've had experiences with things I had existential learning about, young growing up. After school, I would go home and learn the real knowledge. And I found that an expression for it was G.I. Joe effect, because knowing is only half the battle. When you actually know enough to go and improve what's wrong to what's right with knowing right from wrong, it kind of elaborates. And it may not all be as accurate as you think, or it could be more accurate than you know. Regardless, the angelic frequencies may guide you to where you want to go. That's kind of saying I've been through growing up quick, and then I grew up and went through more of learning how to teach others in a way that I've learned healthy benefits of life. Observantly. I had an experience one time with my trivial tribulations, and it wasn't actually a ditch, it was more of a valley, small scale, and it had been quite a bit too much. Not to go into anything, and being misinterpreted or seen quite devotedly for being something you're not can only go so long. So I had to take a break and ended up walking and taking a nap midday in the winter at the side of a ditch. was woken up by another homeless man who said he'd recognize me and offered me to go build a fort. Instead, I went back and filled out some paperwork for the welfare that I was receiving to survive, and went back and hoped things were all better. Life is a thing.
I'm not often one to see things fit for mental health in societies. Questions stating may bring sobriety, breathing heal electrical anxiety. Maybe my balance is diffusing, coasting the deep web of unknowing. Meet on the streets where we know cost. Why if
We need a common ground to be able to result and consult reasonably and realistically in the way that we are who we are, on the truest level of who we are within and the way we're seen. This may all just be metaphoric, it could be literal. Sometimes I don't know, sometimes you feel like there's something in you that calls you to know and to do something about certain things in a healthy manner. Because what you put in, you get out. And when you're good, good things happen.
looking so lost? Moving vehicles like they're above us. Gotta say it's costly to be struck by Zeus. Channel association from hate into cause.
We often get hate in society because we're trained to be able to do that. It's not always an option, but when it's created, then you might have it. I don't believe in it. Some do, though. I've had probably 5 to less than 10 times I feel like I've actually gone into a state of like, less than 5 where I feel like I've felt actual hate. Not to be judged for that. I can judge myself. And likewise. And doesn't last long often, because I have many years of devotion. My reference to maybe if I started 10 years ago, it would be a little easier to comprehend. I have been focusedly devoting to unconditional love, as that is what Inconternal is based off of. Infinite, unconditional, and eternal, or the conditions of reality.
Here's to some over there's lost. Tick, tick, tack, tick, a blooming hush shift. You're a gift plus 2 above the test. No relate to many cosmic creatures. Who are you? How'd your soul meet ours?
I did a cool nose pivot on this part of the video. And who are you? How'd your soul meet ours? We are all carnations, incarnate, and the in is the part that carnates. Trying to be funny. Serious.
What form? You're speaking with characters. Uplifted you from your boredom crew. Can you keep us down from where we've been? Freely get to the method sides are seen.
Reaching light in is sometimes all we need, or others may need, to be able to get out of hell, or hell-like states. I say anti is like feeding what's eating. This is like a which wolf to feed expression. When you're against what's against you, you are just feeding into what is being feeding against you or eating at you. Instead, it may be challenging, though, the cognitive restructuring to be able to just focus on positives, realistically an accountant, may change your life. And I'm referring to vinegars as natural cleaning agents, and likewise ingredients. section is actually subtly about metaphors of things and stuff.
Coco's a metaphor for money, not a life bend. Agreeing there's a
Cocoa is the metaphor for, I think it's Brazilian money. Got that cocoa, something like that. Learned it in Forex learning markets.
way to the green, hell of a lot better in nature. Non-ring, crab soul, box the edge with no real point. Come along and detox with zeal and moon. Loves to be the fast, picky or crash up gas.
Zeal is the chakra at the back of the neck, connecting to past lives. Also, over the ear has relative resonance and collaboration and coordination. And it's a cool sounding word. Anoint means given the ability to heal with light and the likes. You're anointed with the ability to work with Reiki energy, and you only may be the conduit, as Reiki is God force, life force, universal healing, and only healing. There have been had a discussion about the New Age movement and how it may be seen as Satan or bad things or whatever, it's pretty understandable where a point may come from. If you go into something with an unclear intention, you may get unclear results and may believe in something that isn't true, and it could be seen as the truth, and it may hinder or just lead you down paths that try to not make you who you are. So stay true to you. Don't let anyone tell you what to do. Have that ability to step back, take a breath, and look over the situation. Discern the truth from not truth. This is why we think. And it is the way to knowing from belief. I believe.
Off the food in the air, flash. Grasping the painting you haven't made. Yet there's the blueprint, veering grades. See how it feels when we trade.
There's a ability to figure out ways that things work in life, and I'll get to that. Stay attuned.
Mutant cells unlocking, breaking from root. Light of 1,000 suns burning. So many pros found to be way ahead of. Now it's time to be aligned and show off. Keep your aim up. I'm here with you. Inconternal.
I'm stating now is a good time to be who you are at your best self and show others what gifts you may hold, because you may not even know you hold that many. Help each other, and we all get help the way it's needed, wanted, and required beyond desire. And that's all. Thank you for joining along this explanation and elaboration of my 5th song on my first EP. I've made a few songs in Forest with headphones. This is my first self-made official work, and I hope you like it. Feel free to join with the subscription, maybe work together in some way, together here or there. Continually in peace from all into all and all at once. Namasté, Hotep. Live long and prosper, and all the best into the next. Cheers. Inconternal Peace.